Home, that place where you feel safest. That place where you belong. 6 months ago, we left that place. We shed the comfort of our warm blue planet to cross the void to a new world. And even though we may not belong here, it is our mission to make this place home. Mars, a global event series. Monday, November 14th at 9 on the National Geographic Channel.
Under-17 Women's World Cup as hosts Jordan get set to take on the mighty Titans of CONCACAF, Mexico. Hi, everybody, and welcome to Match Day 2 here in Group A alongside two-time U.S. Women's National Team Olympic gold medalist Angela Hucles. I'm Christian Miles, and Angela, we look at this one, definitely a big match, but contrasting fortunes on match day 1 as we take a look at the standings and making match day 2 especially important for both of these two.
And nothing like being 15, 16, 17 years old, being the host country of Jordan, coming into this World Cup event, but a 6-0 loss to Spain from Jordan looking to recover, and Mexico, on the other hand, a commanding victory, 5-0 win versus New Zealand.
Well, Mexico, of course, finishing up runners-up to the United States and qualifying earlier this year in the spring in Grenada to the mighty United States, and they want to prove that they are amongst the best, if not the best, in their own region and amongst the world. A great day for soccer in the early evening in Irbid, the northernmost venue of all three here at the 2016 FIFA Under-17 Women's World Cup, and temperatures cooling down, approaching the mid-80s, and that will suit us just fine as Jordan looking for their first win and really playing for national pride. They can ill afford to drop any points today, and goal scoring is an absolute must.
They have their test in front of them against Mexico, but Jordan playing, as you said, for national pride. The first time an event like this being held in this country. What an amazing thing for all the fans to witness as well.
So we take a look at the starting 11, and first for Jordan, they're going to make a couple of changes from that side that were smashed on match day 1, and we're going to see number 9, Lynn Abdouche, come in, and she will play a role up top, and Yasmin Zabian, who could play a role wide on the left. This is a very much a tactical scheme that is in flux here for Robbie Johnson, the 58-year-old Englishman in charge. The captain today for Jordan is the number 4, Luna Saklu, who plays her club football at Orthodox. Final Vuli Vuli of Fiji, the woman in charge, overseeing the proceedings today. Mexico come in as heavy favorites, and after that big win over New Zealand, they're only going to make one change, Angela, and that's in goal. Surprisingly, we're going to see Kelsey Braun, who is based in Texas. She comes in for Miriam Aguirre. Braun, of course, starting in the qualification group stage loss to the United States. Other than that, it's an unchanged 11 with a lot of firepower.
Absolutely, and number 17, Luisa Delgado, really that quarterback for Mexico in the central midfield position, and number 11, Jacqueline Ovalle, on the left flank, really creating some disturbance. Let's see if she can get on the board today as well.
So Jordan, coached by Robbie Johnson, and Mexico and the brass overseeing things today. Chris Cuellar, the man in charge of the program, and we'll see Mexico debut in their maroon strip, uncharacteristically so, usually in their green, the El Tri, which is made world famous. All smiles right now, and why not put themselves into a great spot and advancement on to the next phase. And here you get a good look at the Jordan head coach, Robbie Johnson. Spent a lot of time with Liverpool in his distinguished career and has a real interesting side story. Spent some time in the police force and the fire brigade in the city of Liverpool, and kind of reflecting that hard-nosed mentality brought from England here in the Middle East. Can he transform this women's program? That is the big question. And you get a look at Chris Cuellar, the 36-year-old who took over for his father back in 2014, overseeing the under-17s as well as the under-20s, which had an inauspicious outing a few years ago in Canada. Says his side plays with an even keel, but you don't want to get us riled up because we can steamroll the opponents, and all you have to do is ask New Zealand that. We are underway. El Tri, Mexico in the maroon strip, kicking from right to left and looking to start on the front foot. And Angela, we look at this, certainly Jordan, the weight of expectations as the host. It's a new program here, a big test for them. What are you looking for early on?
I think really managing their expectations, coming off such an emotional loss like that, being the host country, they want to start out and just finding ways to build their confidence. Mexico is going to be a tough opponent today, so looking to stay organized defensively. They needed to make sure they communicate a little bit better in this match. Looked a little bit disorganized in their first game, but staying compact and really working as a team.
Push it over to the far side for Alexia Delgado, who wears the captain's armband. Up top, it's Daniela Espinosa with Montserrat Hernandez, and right off the bat, Jordan in a little bit of a precarious situation, feeling this high pressure from the North Americans. Such a good setup for Mexico at the youth level, both women's and men's. A formidable test. To tell you what, it doesn't get any easier. You take on Spain, the European runners-up, and then your next match, 3 days later, you take on the CONCACAF runners-up in one of the toughest regions in women's soccer, if not the two toughest in the world.
This is really where you can see the differences in terms of how the federations are investing in their women's programs. You look at Jordan, they're just starting out really right now. You look at Mexico being very dominant, but that's because of the history that they've done and really supporting their women's program, and still are continuing to do that to this day.
It was Montserrat Hernandez wearing the number 10 for Mexico, and Jacqueline Ovalle, who was electric in the qualification phase for Mexico, managed to find the back of the net. Ovalle in the 65th minute. And Mexico, part of that surge that was so triumphant. 5 different goal scorers on Friday in Amman. So a test now for the Jordanian goalkeeper Rand Abustanji. Got to start against Spain now, and facing a precarious dead ball that could present some difficulty.
This is a great opportunity here for Mexico. A nice look there, fairly dominant in the air, and again, it's about Jordan being defensively compact and really communicating, staying organized here.
So it's Hernandez to take it off that left foot, swings it to the far posts, and trying to pick out the target that time, which was Diana Cazares. Fourth consecutive World Cup for Mexico, the first for Jordan. Lovely turn played into the center now. Heavy touch pulled back. Hernandez had made her run already, but good industry from Daniela Espinosa as Jordan get themselves out of a very difficult situation, and a chance now for the Jordanians to break. Abu Saba just shrugged off of it. This is Jada Al-Nabert, who keeps her spot in midfield. I'd like to play with those midfield 2, 3 across the middle and 1 up top in Sarah Abu Saba. We'll see if it can make any progress into a Mexican defense that's been robust. Had a couple of clean sheets in the qualification phase, and just the way you want to start with a clean sheet on match day 1 as well. So we'll see if that back 4 can hold up.
And there's just a layer of sophistication with Mexico and the way and the style that they play. And that's really the organization, and you can see even the outside backs pushing up and getting into the attack. That's really helped to generate so much more offense for Mexico, and really the opportunities to get that many goals and get on the scoreboard like they did in the first match, scoring 6 goals.
And just 3 changes to the qualification team made by Chris Cuellar that's going to take part in the Women's World Cup. Enrique, who's thrust into the first 11 along with Vanessa Gonzalez and Celiana Torres, who was on target in Friday's match. Here's Ovalle making some progress, and defensive work that time provided by Noor Abukishk. And right away you see Robbie Johnson off his bench. He wants better, he wants it tighter. So we'll see the first quarter now, give it to Mexico. Took him 19 minutes to pry open that Kiwi defense. Jordan conceding just in the matter of the first 6 minutes, so they'll want to be aware early on. Hernandez dropping back short on this corner, and all the way into the heart of that penalty box where it's chested away. This is Cazares, who's dispossessed, nicely played out of the back, trying to ignite the counterattack. And here comes Jordan, the crowd on their feet. It's Sarah Abu Saba shouldering out that challenge. Great strength for the number 10. She goes for a goal. It's a dream strike. It's the first ever goal in Jordanian women's football. A history-making strike from the magnificent number 10, Sarah Abu Saba. Jordan in dreamland, 1-0 over Mexico.
Well, Abu Saba just taking on some individual effort here, using her physicality, and a wonderful strike, far post to sail in the back of the net. The first match of this tournament, she missed an open net header. She did not want to make that same mistake, and really putting her team on the scoreboard this early could give them some hope that that is much needed.
The wind is in their sails. A massive boost to their confidence, as it was a strong start from the Mexicans. And the first goal in under-17 World Cup history scored by the German-born Sarah Abu Saba. Born in Germany, a Jordanian father, and now the darling of her bead and the entire host country. And what kind of a response will this bring out of Mexico? That is the big question.
And this is really a critical time for Jordan as well, making sure that they're defensive-minded right now. Mexico is probably going to be stepping up and looking to be even more attacking-minded in this response. This is not a situation that they would have expected to be in.
You see Ron Abustanji, one of the 2 Jordanian players wearing the hijab today. Great facility, recently renovated, one of 3 venues. And just what the doctor ordered here for the host country. And this could really suit their tactical setup, because we saw them come out with a counter-attacking philosophy against the Spaniards. But you've got that goal under your belt, and what a goal it was. It's a goal to the good, and it really could put them in good stead.
Really just making sure she uses her body to capture that moment, hold on to the ball, and a quality strike from Sarah Abu Saba.
Well, she wears the number 10, very much the number 9. And it's a good response for Montserrat Hernandez. And here come Mexico. Jacqueline Ovalle slips past one Ovalle, and a last-ditch challenge in the back. Defense by committee. And a cross that goes askew as it's well off target. Jimena Lopez is trying to lend her talents from the left-hand side. First time Mexico has trailed since that CONCACAF under-17 qualification final against the United States. Still optimistic. They're just happy to be here and enjoying their time in the Middle East, what is shaped up to be a very good tournament. Al-Ghazi getting a hold of it and eventually losing out. Hernandez links up once again with Ovalle. Those 2 forming a very good partnership and understanding early on. Squared across that time from Lopez and nicely intercepted on the right-hand side of that defense, but it's only a half clearance. No doubt about it, Angela. Mexico undaunted despite conceding just 6 minutes in.
And that's just some of the maturity from these players on Mexico. Ovalle really staying very active on that left side, getting involved in the play. That's going to be crucial for Mexico. She's really the one who generates so much of the attack for them, even on that outside wide position. But Jordan doing very well, closing down the spaces quickly, putting a lot of numbers behind the ball and shutting down Mexico to prevent them from even getting these crosses off.
We talked about their tactical setup. It can morph and adjust on the fly. Touch early there from Tasnim Abu Rab. Had a wonderful goal, Abu Rab, in a 2-0 friendly in their tour of England prior to the start of this World Cup against Manchester City, in which Jordan actually managed to take impressive results against the youth sides from the city of Manchester. 2-0 against Man City, 3-1 against Manchester United. This is some great competition.
Anytime Jordan can get experience playing different styles of teams and different countries is only going to help them get better, especially in a world event such as a World Cup.
Abu Rab, just 15 years of age, and comes out for a Mexico throw. A wild start here in Group A, where it's match day 2. 1-0 to Jordan. Sarah Abu Saba opening the goal scoring for the Jordanians. Good response from Mexico. Espinosa links up now. Ovalle plays it for Montserrat Hernandez. Lovely skill from the number 10. They are technically gifted, this Mexican group. Cleared away by Tasnim Abu Rab, who locates the goal scorer Abu Saba, supported on that left side by Yasmin Zabian, who had nowhere to go. This is Luna Saklul. She'll wear the captain's armband in the hearts of that back four for Jordan. Nice little flick here from Rosbahan Freisch. She can electrify on the right-hand side. She's got speed in abundance. Good interception, though, by Mexico's Jimena Lopez. Looking to churn out an equalizer here against a rugged defense led on that occasion by Noor Abu Kishk. Now, since the goal in the last 5 minutes, all Mexico right now. Ovalle's cross, Hernandez on the volley, and that one just goes wide from Diana Cazares. Decent effort, but off target.
It just looked like the ball skipped up a little bit too high for Cazares to get over the ball and get something good off of it. But again, Mexico not really looking too phased right now after going down a goal, probably unexpectedly so soon in this match.
Just unwavering confidence here from Mexico. A great pedigree, went all the way to the quarters a couple of years ago in Costa Rica, losing out to the eventual champions, Japan. Here's Ovalle. Easy cross, and it mishandled by Abustanji. A moment of vulnerability, she'll shake it off, but a needless corner kick conceded here.
And this ball just slipping through her hands, just doesn't get up quite too high enough. Fortunately, it's wide of the goal, so it's only a corner kick suffered here.
So Jasmine Enrique making her way from central defense. So is Kim Rodriguez. Montserrat Hernandez, the number 10, on that left foot, taking Mexico's second corner. They drop short with the captain, Alexia Delgado. Good looking cross. She flaps at it, and it may drop. Jordan in a world of hurt, off the post, off the line, and Mexico finally persevere as it's knocked in by Jasmine Enrique. One of those 3 changes from the qualification team, and it pays off. 1-1 here in Urbid.
We're getting that short corner, just a little bit different angle, and really just staying with it, hitting off the defenders, hitting off the post, and it's Enrique who finally gets the last touch to put that ball away for Mexico. Abustanji just not able to come out, command that ball, and really get a hold of it.
Enrique, no part played against New Zealand. A huge role today. And now the ball back in Jordan's court, so to speak. Freisch drifting in from that right-hand side. Well dealt with by Mexico. The midfield has overrun this Jordan side after that early goal, and they take over possession once again. A stumble from the captain, Delgado, and Jordan only too happy to oblige. It's a little over-ambitious, you'd have to say, is that one well off target. Yasmin Zabian just applying lace to leather.
But a good response by Jordan to even get back up into the attack. And really, this whole tournament, for these teams to be so young, 15, 16, 17 years old, it's really about the mentality, how they respond to situations, especially during adversity, getting scored on. What is the response that these teams will make?
Far side now, and here come Mexico. Cazares trying to make that run, impeded by Noor Zilkash. They get it back now. Hernandez waits, and just a foot in that time by Jada Al-Naber. And you see the number 8, Alanu Ghazi. Part of that partnership along with Saklul in the back. Already the corners starting to pile up here for the North Americans.
And this is definitely crucial. Mexico taking advantage of the organization or lack thereof of Jordan defensively.
Once again, they take it short. This is Alexia Delgado. Hernandez shouldered off, and a teasing ball, and the header was on for Enrique, who nearly had her second. Nearly caught her by surprise. It did catch her by surprise after the touch here.
A nice effort there, just reaction by Enrique. Abustanji having a difficult time holding on to the ball, or at least clearing it out of harm's way.
Abustanji didn't take some of the goal kicks early on against Spain. And that trend will continue. Ghazi will send it up. Expect to see a lot of that today. Perfectly weighted this time, but it doesn't quite drop for Espinosa. Jordan forced to mop up and back and looking to build here. Cazares can't bring it down, and neither can Jordan's Nor Zokash. This is Mexico's Luisa Delgado. Jimena Lopez trying to play it down the line. Nicely read. It's Noor Abu Kishk. They lose out. And once again, it's Ovalle breaking free. And as Saklu is forced to come across, gaps open up. It's Cazares. It's number 2. It fell so sweetly for Diana Cazares. And the Mexico Storm has come back from a goal down, 2-1 over Jordan.
Well, staying so confident here, Ovalle on the outside left flank. She does so well to get in line, pull that ball back across. But Cazares with an excellent finish. And really, Abustanji, the goalkeeper by Jordan, blocked by her own defender, Zokash, to get to that ball.
Pulled back from the byline. And then you see 2 goals in the space of 4 minutes. A wonderful response from El Tri. Unwavering confidence. We're on the ropes after what was a pretty good start. The goal against the grain from Sarah Abu Saba. It's been all Mexico ever since.
And we talked about it, but we just saw that confidence that Mexico still was just displaying there. And clearly getting back on the board after going down a goal, getting 2 more goals quickly thereafter.
Abu Saba from Freisch, played out wide by Abu Rab. And Mexico able to win it back. Alexia Delgado for Luisa Delgado. Here's Lopez. Had some success down this left-hand side. Once again, it's Saklu who has to come across and cover. We're seeing Abu Kishk play more of a defensive role than we saw against Spain as they make the adjustments. Unable to keep Mexico off the board, however, and that's much easier said than done. Here they come once again. Hernandez slots it through. Great touch. It's Ovalle. Saved this time by Abustanji. And it's turning into a shooting gallery for the Mexicans.
That number 11, Ovalle, she's got excellent movement. Going inside this time to receive the ball, get a shot off. But nicely done by Abustanji, the goalkeeper, to get that ball out of harm's way.
Such a great understanding, as we mentioned early on here, between Ovalle and the number 10, Hernandez. Jimena Lopez lending her support. Now corner number 4 for Hernandez and co. Deep corner headed on, totally unmarked. And Jordan caught napping on that far post. A free header popping up for Mexico. And finally sent to safety for the time being.
That's why those corner kicks are so dangerous, a dangerous opportunity for Mexico. Jordan not really staying tight on their players, letting people be open on the back post. That's where they're very, very vulnerable in these set pieces as well.
Luisa Delgado for Jimena Lopez. Mexico virtually untested after conceding that early goal. Enrique got there first. Long diagonal for Cazares. Lovely first touch, but it well tended to defensively on the left-hand side by Jordan's Nor Zokash. Here's Kim Rodriguez. who's based out of Houston. Distinct American flavor to this Mexico team. A lot of players coming out of California and Texas, as you would expect. Just a reminder, tomorrow on FS2, it's USA and Ghana. Join us at 11:55 Eastern for that one. Another look at the goal and the second.
Just a quality finish and strike there. In the right position, but technically put everything together as well. Nice goal by Cazares.
And she struck twice in qualification for Mexico en route to their runner-up finish. Here's Ashley Soto. Hasn't had much to do today. And nicely controlled in the center of midfield. Abu Sabo has to drop into that deep lying role now. This is Zabian. And just turning straight into that Mexican midfield. There's some gaps right now. Hernandez just orchestrating in that number 10 role. Lopez. You can see the idea there, trying to play it into the channel. So Deanne Rose putting Canada up over Germany 1-0 as we check on our under-17 Women's World Cup update. Action you can catch over on FS2 as day 4 rolls along. Cazares now in the overlap. Soto, good looking ball. Out comes Abustanji, not sure-handed. Spills it initially, but able to cover up, and some jitters back there from the Jordan number 1.
And again, getting that ball out wide, crossing it in, finding Abustanji with the ball. Fortunately, able to hold on to that because Hernandez was there ready to put that one in the back of the net.
Difficulty with those high aerial balls. The Jordan goalkeeper.
That just comes with more experience and more confidence.
Quite the takedown here from Yasmin Zabi, and it didn't quite end up as the way she designed. Tangling with Alexia Delgado. Here's Lopez, meanwhile, great run from Ovalle, who feeds that channel. Out comes the goalkeeper once again. No man's land, and Cazares really should have had Mexico's third. It sat up right on the doorstep.
And again, coming in, these balls from the outside on the flank, really setting up Mexico. Cazares wants that one back. Ovalle, again, being involved in that play, setting up Cazares. Abustanji, not really sure if she should come out or not.
And you see Robbie Johnson, or rather the Mexican delegation, having some words with the 4th official. Meanwhile, player down, and it's Jada Al-Naber. You get a look at Chris Cuellar, the 36-year-old who's in charge of the Mexico program, trying to take time to gather his troops. Chance to hydrate and water up. Not exactly grueling conditions today in Erbil. Temperatures at kickoff around 87 degrees Fahrenheit and cooling. You want to talk about heating up? It's exactly what this Mexico team have done.
In the opening scene, it looked like Coach Leo Cuellar, Chris Cuellar's father, was in the crowd as well, watching, assuming supporting his son and this youth national team as well.
Low humidity, as you would expect. Women's football in the Middle East. An historic occasion. Remember, the FIFA Under-17 Women's World Cup actually starting 8 years ago at New Zealand, a tournament in which Mexico didn't even qualify out of CONCACAF, and it was 2 years before Jordan's Under-17 team even existed. But thanks to Prince Ali, who's the Football Association president of Jordan and a member of the royal family, a big proponent of women's soccer. Started the program 10 years ago at the senior level and hoping it translates into success here in the junior ranks.
With Jordan playing more of a bunker and counter-attack style, we can see Abu Saba coming back into that midfield, trying to help her team defensively and win the ball. But that then leaves open the space up top without having any forwards up there for Jordan.
You see Abtouche on that left-hand side. It's broken now for Hernandez. Stood up well by Saklu, held her ground very well against the talented number 10. And Saklu also playing the club soccer for Orthodox and the oldest player on this Jordan team. She's the leader. So up come Rodriguez, as well as Enrique. They await this corner. It goes direct straight in. The goalkeeper flubs it again. It may drop, and it nearly did. Kim Rodriguez was just waiting. Here's Cazares, just heaping on the pressure, and it's finally relieved. Hernandez. Some good defensive work on that left-hand side by Lynn Altouche, the youngest player on this Jordan team. Born July of 2001. These players, of course, having to be born on January 99 or later. Set up nicely here. Ovalle looking to turn on the progress made by Cazares. Lovely skill from Ovalle with the Cruyff turn through, trying to drag it back and straight into the Jordan defense.
Jordan doing well defensively there to shut down Ovalle. She's so technical, very gifted player on that outside flank. Creative, setting up her teammates, assisting in the first game as well as scoring a goal.
Mexico in the driver's seat. Altouche now. She's done well. A nice run. She's going to been one of the bright spots. And how about that tackle from Enrique? A little too physical. She may have mistimed it just a second late. Altouche, though, with signs of positive play. Uncharacteristically on the front foot here for Jordan.
But great individual play there by Altouche. Enrique just coming in, cleats up, studs up. Good call by the referee there, and an opportunity here for Jordan to try and get another goal and potential equalizer in this match.
This could make it very interesting. Hasn't been a lot for Kelsey Braun to do, getting this start today in place of Miriam Aguirre. Mexico committing just their second foul in the first 28 minutes. But this could be the golden ticket and a way back for the hosts. Standing over it, Jada Al-Naber, who went all 90 against Spain. And she drives one in, but it was always rising and disappointing in the end.
She's definitely not happy about that. Opportunities like these come few and far between. But a nice opportunity for Jordan, a good look. She'll be thinking about that one a little bit later.
Disappointing effort in the end. Could have made things very interesting as it rolls easily back for Abustanji.
For as many opportunities Mexico has been creating in this first half so far, they've only put away 2 goals. Abustanji's definitely dropped a few balls. Mexico's been in the right place, but they haven't been able to capitalize. So this does leave open a window here for Jordan, especially when they are able to get up into the attack, have these set-piece opportunities.
Now Mexico could take maximum points and will see themselves through. Spain sitting pretty. Already the top of Group A. There's Luisa Delgado. That's going to be a very tasty clash between the CONCACAF runners-up and the European runners-up in Amman coming up on Friday. In the finale to group play, it's broken for Cazares. Flag is down. A little shake and bake, as they say. Nearly dropped, and it does finally for Alexia Delgado, who made that second run from midfield but couldn't keep it down.
Mexico getting a lot of different players in the attack. Hernandez really being the one generating and quarterbacking this team offensively, with number 17, Luisa Delgado, sitting back a bit more.
So Zukash will take this one. Happy to have you along. Match day 2, day 4 of the 2016 FIFA Under-17 Women's World Cup coming your way from Erbeed. Christian Miles alongside two-time U.S. Women's National Team Olympic gold medalist Angela Hucles. Great start for Jordan thanks to Sarah Abu Saba on the 6th minute. The 2 goals in the space of 4, seeing Mexico in control. A Jordanian player down. It's Abu Saba who just clattered into Kim Rodriguez. So some stoppage time to be tacked on at the end of the first half. And get a good look at Chris Cuellar. Laid back, and there you see the Spanish taking in the festivities.
Look like they're having fun.
Looking very good. The Group A leaders for now. And I'll tell you what, the dialogue continues. Be interesting to see the Mexican contingent and the assistants having a word to say to the 4th official.
I didn't see anything really too off with that foul. Abu Saba didn't go straight up to challenge that ball. So I'm not sure what the discussion's really about, what Coach Robbie Johnson might be discussing, but it might not be about that actual play.
That's Ledia Tafese, the Ethiopian representatives. And how about Eltree? We know how well their fans travel all the way to the Middle East to support the under-17 women. So a drop ball on a rare one at that, sportingly played back to Mexico. Good to see the Jordanian public embrace this women's team with open arms. Become something of a novelty and a fascination, and really drew some positivity after that strong start here, after really what was a disappointing opening to the tournament, losing by 6 goals, but really no shame in that against Spain, one of the best teams on the planet.
And a testament to the team to be able to come back like that, get on the board so early against a strong Mexico team.
There's Lopez making that run from fullback, trying to swing it across to no avail. Comes out of play now for a goal kick for Abu Staji, who's had her troublesome moments. 5 of this starting side playing their club soccer at Orthodox for Jordan, one of the bigger clubs in the women's game. Interestingly enough, it was a tough warm-up as well. We mentioned the trip to England, in which they took victories over Manchester City and Manchester United, but ended up losing to Liverpool and Chelsea. That before a series of friendlies here a week and a half ago. Thumped by Brazil, and then a respectable result last week against Venezuela, losing by a score of 1-0. So they have been tough to play against on occasion. There's some progress from Rosbahan Freisch. Just trying to carve out a chance here for Jordan.
Wisely played by Freisch, making sure she got that out of bounds, get her teammates up in support in this attack.
Al-Nabr, flag is down. Freisch turns it into the penalty area, but only to the feet of Mexico's Kim Rodriguez. And now the counterattack is on here for Eltree Hernandez. The center of midfield now for the number 9, Daniela Espinosa. Al-Nabr. Oh, she did well there. Held off the challenge, and some positive play from Freisch. But just finding that link to the attack is, as they say, been few and far between, a rarity almost.
It almost looks like Freisch is a little bit winded, maybe after that last play. Wasn't able to hold on to the ball and really find another player to connect with. But Jordan's only playing really with one striker up top, Abu Saba. So really, she has to be very mobile in order to get back and forth across the field to be a target player for them.
Bring on Lane Abtouche on the left-hand side of midfield. One of a couple of changes today for Robbie Johnson and Jordan. Hernandez trying to dig it out. Good skill from Espinosa to locate Cazares. Drops that shoulder. It's a battle of the number 7, Cazares. Brilliant work, but excellent goalkeeping from Rhonda Abustanji.
Very clear, decisive movement from goalkeeper Abustanji there. Nicely done.
And it's a cheap giveaway now, and it may open up. And perhaps a little overzealous that time for Mexico. It's a defense here, Angela, that's come under heavy duress, considering the amount of possession, the amount of chances that Mexico has. A 2-1 scoreline, respectable.
Definitely respectable. And for Mexico, I think it's really about making sure you take advantage of these types of opportunities. Again, great job for them coming back from being down a goal, but they've created a lot of opportunities. And against a team like Jordan, maybe it's okay, they're getting away with it, but against a team, if they're facing Spain, a better quality team, that could come back to haunt them a bit.
Salzo Cash take the left-sided goal kick. El Ghazi takes the right. Al Nabur can't control. Starting to get a foot in the game right now. This is Abu Rab with nowhere to go. Alexia Delgado wearing the captain's armband today once again for Mexico, as she's done throughout the calendar year. A poor clearance, and it's presented the gift of possession now for Mexico. Are in no hurry. Hernandez didn't quite strike it the way she envisioned.
Hernandez had so much time on the ball right there. No one was really stepping up from Jordan to pressure her. It looked like she was waiting for a teammate to come and support her. I think Lopez making that overlapping run, it just wasn't there. But that's what we saw when Mexico played in their opening match against New Zealand. There was so much more activity from the flanks, sending outside backs forward. We're not seeing as much of that in this match, so potentially why they're not scoring as many goals.
And that one just goes all wrong for Mexico, proving indeed that they are human. Hernandez not quite hitting it the way she desired. Five camps since qualifying for Mexico. Had a nice little tournament in Italy in April, played against the under-16 sides of France, England, and the U.S. Managed to record a goalless draw against France. A great win against the English with Hernandez and Cazares on target. And perhaps the biggest result of that spring tour, a draw against the United States after going to penalty kicks, seeing the Mexicans prevail. Here's Lopez. Sets the table for Ovalle. Good defensive recovery on the right-hand side from Noor Abukishk, who's been very busy.
Abukishk does a nice job just getting back, recovering well before Ovalle gets that serve across.
So the Mexican substitutes getting off the bench. Might see some changes at halftime. 7th corner already for El Tri. And it's a deep one from Hernandez. Free header in. It was on for Rodriguez, but straight to the goalkeeper. It's a well-traveled Mexico team after that trip to Italy and managed to head over to Paris. And just late last month, to dispose of a youth side from PSG 6-0. We're on the lookout for their third here. Great skill from Espinosa to keep possession, but ultimately Jordan able to win out. They've shown some fortitude, the hosts, but they give it away. So far, so good. Get a good look at Final Vuli, the referee from Fiji. An Ethiopian, an Australian, and an Indian taking charge as well. Great international setup. As the center of the footballing world in the women's game falls on Jordan, and this one's sent in. nervous moment back there. Really the first thing that Brown has had to do since the goal. She had to deal with Sarah Abu Saba lurking. This is Jacqueline Ovalle. Lopez, she'll need a good cross. That one a little high. It should be comfortable for the keeper, but proving it's anything but for her on those high balls. Able to mop up in the end. Just a reminder, you can join us on FS2 tomorrow as the United States gets set to take on Ghana. All the coverage kicking off at 11:55 a.m. Eastern Time. U.S., of course, big winners over Paraguay. Trying to build on that success. They feel that it's their tournament to lose. DJ Snow has his women really up for the fight. Five minutes to go until halftime, which can't come too soon if you're Jordan. They've grown into this game a bit, but it's Mexico asking the questions. The Delgado's running the show in central midfield. Lopez dispossessed, just dwelling on it too long.
You can see Mexico just, as you said, holding on to the ball a bit too long, getting a little bit casual with not as much high pressure from Jordan, but Jordan's able to kind of lull them in there, get the ball away, and again, Abu Saba up top for Jordan, really being the main target player, doing well. They just need to get the ball up to her a bit more often, give her more chance getting back behind, but they've had some good opportunities on these set pieces up in their attacking third.
It's been tough for her because she finds herself on that proverbial island by herself, playing that role of the lone striker. Has some support in behind by Freisch. Just haven't found that link just yet. Espinosa aggressively playing it up and over the top. It drops now for Jordan's Abu Kishk. Nice turn here for Freisch. And there's that link we were talking about. That final ball just hasn't been there as of yet. And it's been a stranglehold from this Mexico midfield. Hernandez, great movement off the ball from Espinosa. A little bit of a stumble from Zolcash. Cazares only too happy to oblige. This is positive for El Tri on the turn. Espinosa, I tell you what, these Mexico attackers, Angela, they are not lacking in confidence.
They are not. I think a little bit ambitious of a turn and shot from that angle, but again, getting the ball and just quickly getting up into the attack by Mexico. They move the ball so well, very technical. Again, a little bit more conservative in their movement in this match, but I think it's because of the lack of pressure that Jordan is putting on them right now.
Alexia Delgado. Turn back by Espinosa, but turning into that Jordan midfield. Abu Saba. Tell you what, she's got that German pedigree. Plays her club football for Bayer Leverkusen.
That's one thing we really haven't seen, a whole lot of connection between Abu Saba, number 10, and number 20, Zabian, up top as well. Abu Saba has definitely been the target player, but between the two forwards, they haven't been connecting as much. And if they're able to do that and work off each other, that could help out a lot offensively for Jordan.
Defense is out of position now. Cazares makes a run on that inside channel. They've lost their shape here, Jordan. Question is, can they recover? Espinosa unmarked, and it's tracked down by Ovalle. Drops that shoulder. Plays the cross in, but only to the gloves of Abustanji.
Good hold by Abustanji there. Gaining a little bit more confidence. Again, I mean, coming off a game in their opening match as the host country, getting scored on 6 times, and coming into this game against Mexico, strong team, you have to wonder, her confidence was probably a little bit shaky from the start, but able to gain some confidence, now only 2-1.
It's a testament to her character as well,
Absolutely.
though, to take such, let's be honest, which was a beating on the
Yes.
Spanish there. It's really going to dent your confidence, but Coach Robbie Johnson having enough faith in her to name her as a #1, and that will no doubt suit her well in the long run. As you see, 2 minutes will be added on here. We head into the allotted period of stoppage time.
And this age level, this group, this is a developmental age group. So you want to invest in these players to see what the long term really will look like. So having the opportunity to play in an environment like this, get scored on 6 times and come out again the next game, that's what it's all about.
Lopez, first time hit, and the header taken. Build-up play to be applauded from Daniela Espinosa. It hasn't really been as sharp for Mexico as it was earlier in the first half in that final third.
Actually, number 9, Espinosa, she actually had a diving header goal scored in the first game. A lot of different players from Mexico scoring goals, being involved in the attack. I think Jordan will be happy to get this first half over, only down 1 goal.
In Mexico, already knowing about their quality at the youth level, but a lot of depth in that quality goes beyond the first 11. Alexia Delgado, or Ashley Soto. Plays her club soccer at SoCal Blues in high school at Los Alamitos in Southern California. This is Ovalle. She's got some space to work with. And the return ball on that 1-2, not quite up to par from Daniela Espinosa. It's a good look at the 58-year-old Englishman, Robbie Johnson. Appointed back in May. It's had 5 months to get Jordan's act together. Trying to organize, but finding themselves down a goal. And it looks as though that's going to be it here for the first half of play. So a little bit short on the stoppage time. Jordan, Angela, a little bit short on the end of goals.
A little bit, but you know, to be able to get on the board early, I think really helped to gain confidence, get them set up for this match, and only being down 2-1, but good job by Mexico to get 2 more goals and get ahead in this match.
Well, we'll take a look at some other goals and highlights, plus a preview of Mexico, or USA, but halftime, it's Mexico 2-1.